And joining me right now here on the Zoom call, we're going to do it that way here on the Mark Moses Show to promote the AEW Revolution pay-per-view coming up this Sunday on the campus of UCF. I'm going. This woman is taking on Dr. Britt Baker for the AEW Women's Heavyweight Championship. She is the great Thunder Rosa. Thunder, how you doing today?
I just finished my workout and I took a little bit too much caffeine, so I'm shaking. So I'm like, yeah, ready to kill somebody.
Are you excited? Are you excited to go for the belt?
Absolutely. This is my second time or my second attempt to become the AEW Women's Champion. And I hope this is the last so I can, become the new and the first ever Mexican-born wrestler to be AEW Women's Champion. So I'm really excited.
You took on Britt Baker a while ago in one of the greatest matches of all time, a hardcore match, which I know you won. What was that experience like when you took on Britt Baker that first time?
The first time was we had a regular match, and then our feud grew a little bit too much, I will say. We started in October 2020, and it just ended at that moment in that time in March, which is almost a year from now, right? It was I think it was really important for my career that moment, and for her career, regardless of what she says, and regardless of what she said in last, contract signing. She loves to talk. I really don't. I don't know if you guys saw, I was annoyed. She annoys the crap out of me, honestly. So she annoyed me the first time because she's always comes with somebody, and she can never finish anything on her own. And that's what it bothers me. Every time I come out in the ring, I come out by myself because I only depend on myself to finish anything. And that's what I've done throughout my whole entire life to become who I became right now. So it was very important, and it was so important for me to earn that win. And even though I didn't count it, what counted was what we did or what I accomplished in the ring that night. It was an unsigned talent main eventing in one of the main shows in the world, All Elite Wrestling, and becoming one of the first women ever to do something like that on national TV. And that just was a stamp for me and for my career and for my legacy as a woman. I've been in the cage before in MMA, but doing a lights out match it's very hard to compare. I mean, I was ready to kill, and that prepared me for many things that I have faced the last year. That people can't really understand. We as wrestlers, we go through so much, and just being in the ring is one, but it's just all the other, mental things that you have to go through. That really prepared me to take on anything.
Okay, the follow-up for Thunder Rosa then for the pay-per-view on Sunday. What's it going to take to beat Britt Baker and win that belt?
That's a great question. I'm coming, like I said, I'm ready. A lot of people are asking me about if I'm ready for this match. I had been on the shadows for a whole year, and I have been preparing myself for anything that she brings this Sunday. So it doesn't matter what she brings. I'm ready for absolutely anything or anybody that is going to come in the ring in there, because I know she's not going to come alone like she always does. So I'm going to leave everything in the ring. It's not like I have a strategy, but I know what she's all about. But I'm coming prepared to win.
I like it. What's it like for all of our fans who are listening or watching right now when you're going to get ready for Sunday? They're going to cue your music. The announcer's going to say your name. What goes through your mind at that moment as you're walking out to maybe 20,000 fans there at UCF?
I think this match is going to be dedicated to one of my kids that I used to counsel. His name was Oscar. He passed away a couple years ago. I just saw his little thing that I got at his funeral. That's the person that I'm going to be thinking when my music hits, because he died as a warrior. And if I die in that ring that night, I'm going to die as a warrior, just like he did. So I'm prepared for anything.
I love it. Okay, I've been wanting to ask you this for a year now. Who does the makeup? Who does the makeup, Thunder Rosa? Is it you? Someone else? Who does it exactly?
Independent scene is me. That's why I look so wacky. But if it's in AEW, I have to give it up to Janet from the AEW makeup squad. She took me under her wing ever since I started wrestling at AEW, and she's my Italian mom. She was actually texting me earlier and she was talking to me about how a brat of a daughter I am. So I love her. She's absolutely amazing. She's for me, she's been a great support. A lot of people think like the makeup artist, they become your emotional support, and she's been through with me through thick and thin, and she's helping me a lot to grow as a woman.
Do you change it up, or do you go like, I want the same thing, like Superstition? Like, what do you do exactly?
Not like doing the same thing. She's an artist, so I'd be like, just make it violent. She just does some cool stuff, and I was like, and if I have a couple of ideas, she comes up with them, and then we go over them. Like this Sunday, I have a surprise because I like headpieces, flowers. It's gonna be very cool what I'm gonna come up with on this Sunday.
I really like it. Okay, as a female wrestler, and I could tell in your voice, Thunder Rosa, you see yourself kind of as an underdog, right? You got a chip on your shoulder. You want to do great things. What is your advice then for the next generation of especially females that want to follow in your footsteps and get to the highest level?
I think is having self-respect and working hard. You can it's just hard. It's very hard to teach that nowadays. Like this new different things are happening very different than when it happens like 7 years ago, even 7 years ago. But my advice for every woman that steps in the ring or any in the entertainment business is you have to have self-respect, and you have to not sacrifice your beliefs just to be on top. Like you work hard, like do it on your own terms. In For me, that's what I've done. The last 7 years, I worked so hard that my talent and what I bring to the table is undeniable. That they have no choice but to put me where I deserve to be, and that is on top. Because I don't take anything less than that, and that's what I tell my girls. Don't take less than that. Be that one person that is there at the beginning and is the last person to leave, because people are gonna notice. I mean, yes, it's a lot of work, and sometimes you're just like, screw this, I'm done and over with. But when you achieve your goals at the end of the day, you're like, you feel blessed, and the blessings come in many different ways that you ever thought they would.
Did you want to do this from an early age then, where you're like, you know what, I want to be a professional wrestler? Like, what happened?
Oh, at first I wanted to be a teacher, then I wanted to be a nurse, and I want to be a politician. Then when I couldn't write when I couldn't write an essay because I didn't speak English, I was like, maybe I should change the ways that I'm doing things. And I stumbled upon social work. I mean, I always did volunteer work since I was a young girl, and that led me to professional wrestling. Professional wrestling was my escape from my reality. As a fan, I was a fan of independent professional wrestling. I didn't follow WWE or any other major company, so I follow independent wrestling, and it was so intimate, and I feel so welcomed by the people there that I liked it. And then I always wanted to do sports, but I never had the chance. So professional wrestling was the marriage of violence, sports, entertainment, and like acting. And I'm a Mexicana, and I watch soap operas, so everything extra, and everything that I could just be there, and people were like, and act like it was a perfect marriage. So professional wrestling was the perfect marriage. But I never thought I was gonna be like this good. I mean, I thought I was gonna be proficient and fun, because I was so into it. And I always been very charismatic. Like I'm a people's person, so that really helped. But the more challenges that I got through my career, the more I love the sport, because I know I can challenge myself to do things physically and mentally that I never thought. And this led for me to do a lot of stuff that I always dream of. Like I never dream about MMA, but I always like martial arts. So I did MMA in 2019, which totally changed my game. And now I'm like tapping in acting and tapping into singing. And singing is something that I always wanted to do since I was a young girl. and now I can actually do it. So I've been doing that and like just being an artist. And I think that's the funny thing. They always tell you to go on one route to be a teacher, to like have like a career, but they never really explore to that you can actually make a living being an artist. And now
Awesome.
that's
Well, for our listeners, Thunder Rosa is wearing a Selena shirt. So I could tell. Was she one of your role models growing up then?
I think after she passed away, she became really popular. I remember I was 9 years old and sitting in Mexico. I was like, oh my God, she passed away the way that she did. And then I started like learning about her. I live in Texas, so I've been at her museum. I met her father. She gave us a little tour. I met her widowed a couple months ago at a Salvation Army. And I read his book and I really fell in love with the whole entire thing because it's layers and layers on layers. And what she represents to the Latino community is so important because she came from nothing and she worked for 25 years until she almost achieved the stardom that she wanted, until like her life was taken away. So for me, she has become a beacon of change for our community, somebody that is positive, who stands for her own rights. She was a Jehovah's Witness, and she never, I love when they used to interview her, you want to say Merry Christmas to somebody? And she's like, no, I don't, so I really love that about her. And for us as Tejanos, she's, like I said, she's like a saint more, and like the way that she did things and how smart she was and how young she was. It just moves me for me to just achieve any dreams that I have.
I did not think we were going to talk Selena today. I did not see that coming, but I'm happy we are. All right, before I let you go, what telenovela should I be watching? Because I know you brought it up. Which one is your favorite? Come on, Thunder Rosa. What do you like?
I stopped watching telenovelas when I was 14 years old. I don't watch TV. I don't. But the ones that I watched was all the Marias with Talia, Maria Mercedes, Mariala del Barrio, Marimar, like all of them. I watched them. I knew all the songs, like the dialogues, everything. But I stopped watching it because I was like, I gotta read and become like, I gotta smarter myself up a little bit.
Okay. All right. Then I will end with the one television show that you are on, AEW, right? Is it weird when family members call you up and like, oh man, I saw you on TV. It was amazing. Like, what is that moment like for you?
It's really cool when they WhatsApp me videos of them watching me on matches. That's like the coolest thing because actually when I go to Mexico, my sister works as a waitress. She has me sign autographs for all her friends. So
it's awesome.
I love it. I love it. My father is very proud. He like shows pictures of me, videos of me to all my cousins, and my cousin texts me, "Your dad is so proud of you." Like he shows to everybody that you are somebody not to mess with, and he's very, very proud of that.
Well, I'm going to the event on Sunday. I am. Yes. And I'm going to have to root for Thunder Rosa to win the AEW Women's Championship. This is very key. Is there a t-shirt? I need to wear something in honor of you. What should I wear?
Well, you can wear a Kill Bill one because I love Kill Bill.
All right.
Wolverine, or just a Selena t-shirt, or buy one of my t-shirts at Pro Wrestling Tees. I have some of.
I am going to do it, and I will face paint half my face in honor of you. That's what it'll be. Thunder Rosa, I know you're super busy, so thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it, and good luck on Sunday winning that championship.
Thank you so much, and this is going to be for absolutely every single person that is struggling right now. They feel they can't make it. Where am I going to make it together, guys? Don't give up, ever.